Hey, what's up, guys? I hope everyone out there is doing well. My name is Mike, and it's time for us to get into another music reaction. So, guys, we are back to Tears for Fears. I'm excited for this one. This will be the second time I reacted to them. This is another song off the new album, The Tipping Point, released in 2022. This one's called No Small Thing. It's an official video, and it's a Vivo video. And, I already know this one's going to get blocked for visual content because the first reaction I did to them, The Tipping Point, did. So you're probably going to see some editing I have to do in order for this to pass through the YouTube filter. So sorry in advance for that. This is a request for a couple people. Let me do some shout outs. This is going to be for my man Kevin. This is for Michael B. This is for my friend on the channel, Sylvie. By the way, Sylvie, you said a comment. I'm going to mention that here in just a moment. But this is also for Sarah S. and Random Jane. Thank you guys for the request. Sylvie, you were saying that this song is an actual strong and eloquent song during this difficult period of time. And I'm assuming you're referring to what's happening in Russia or Ukraine right now with Russia invading, which has been hell. So you know what? We're going to do a little bit of insight into the song. If you don't want to hear that, skip ahead. But I tend to do this in every video. And for this song, there was a lot of stuff I found. So I wanted to share that with you guys. And I also do this for me. I research every song beforehand. That way, I can get a better understanding of it when I listen. I read the lyrics too. That's just what I like to do. So if you don't want to hear that, skip ahead. Let's go to stack.com.au real quick. We're going to check out a little bit about what Roland and Kurt had to say. So this is about the song itself. They said, let's see, Roland said, in early 2020, Kurt and I sat down together with just a couple of acoustic guitars. This was the first time in decades. We needed a meeting of minds, a coming together psychically. We were literally going back to the drawing board, looking for some depth, heart, and soul with which to complete our album. Kurt came up with this simple folk/country riff, a little bit Dylan, a little bit Johnny Cash, and then we were off. It was the complete opposite of what we had been trying to do for many years, searching for the elusive, modern hit single. We felt suddenly unencumbered, free if you like, no longer worrying about the market, about success, but drawing on influences from our childhoods. It was at this point that the whole album started opening up. No Small Thing was the key, the thing that turned a red light green. So wow, that's pretty cool. That's a nice little insight into this song. Acoustic guitars is not something I'm used to hearing in any Tears for Fears song I ever heard before, so that should be unique. I did look at the lyrics, and when I read them, obviously the song's about freedom, but what aspect of it, I felt like after I read these lyrics, there's something I'm missing. Like there's something sarcastic or ironic about them. I just wasn't sure. Now, let's go on to this second article from AmericanSongwriter.com, which kind of confirmed that for me, that there's something more to it. This is about the video and the meaning of the song itself. It says this is a gripping look at the imbalances and misconceptions around freedom. No Small Thing is a constant chug and thug at resetting the collective mindset. And then has a snip of some of the lyrics. Reason gonna bind you, crippling confine you. Listen as your poor heart breaks. Take a trip to America. Let the wind blow right through your hair. We'll buy beer and some hope to share. So, by the way, that take a trip to America part, that's where I first started getting clued in. Like, wait, this has to be something sarcastic, because I know we are not the best icon for freedom in the last few years, if not longer. Anyway, so it mentions the video with accompanying black and white video footage showing the conflict between individual freedoms and collective responsibility. Okay, so that gives me more insight into the lyrics I read earlier. Yeah, there's definitely a little bit of a snark to it. It's not just about freedom. And I have a feeling this video will tell the story, which even though this video is going to get blocked for visual content, I just know it, I have to watch the video. After knowing all this background on the song, it's got to happen. I can't just watch the album cover and listen to the song, because it sounds like this video is part of the form of the art and the message they want to say. So without further ado, guys, let's go ahead and jump in. Tears for Fears, No Small Thing. Here we go. Beautiful.
sweets from the candy man. Get your truth from the shell.
Okay.
Don't buy into the fairy tale. Just be good to yourself.
Oh, I just love that.
'Cause you know that I love you, girl.
I love when the melody hits that
You're
low
my
note.
way out of hell. But I've just one more song to sing.
Right.
One more story
Here.
to tell.
Love that transition part there. Beautiful song so far.
When I'm tired of the bright lights, when I'm tired of the wine, I'll go down to Real Mexico, to the depths of the mine. When I'm 40 years older, when I'm wrinkled and wise, I will trade all my liberty for that look in your eyes.
Beautiful song so far, man. Wow. So different than other songs I've heard of theirs.
Reason gonna blind you, cripple and confine you. Listen as your poor heart breaks.
Ooh, you guys hear that?
Take a trip to America. Let the wind blow right through your hair. We'll buy beer and some hope to share every day. 'Cause freedom.
Hold on. I knew it. I just knew it, man. I was waiting for it just like they say in the lyrics, they mention a fairy tale. I just knew we're gonna see, some kind of underbelly, dark underbelly to freedom. Especially after reading the that second article. But I just knew that it has to be popping up in this video somewhere. It's too happy. It's too fairy tale-y. Okay, let's just do some commentary. We'll do a commentary stop before we get to the end and I forget my thoughts. First, let me just say the music is absolutely beautiful. Definitely the most different Tears for Fears song I've ever heard in my life. We mentioned that article where Roland was saying they mixed in a little bit of influences from like Johnny Cash and Bob Dylan. I hear that. I hear mainly the Bob Dylan part. But that's so cool that, what they said about throwing away the need to write a smash hit and just focusing on their influences and what they like. Excellent song so far, man. It's even expanding beyond what I thought it was going to be. I thought it was just going to be mainly an acoustic thing, but they're adding in some cool percussion and other elements too, which is great. Speaking of those other elements, there was a really cool little faint kind of keyboard melody playing. I don't know if you guys heard it, but that was so great, man. Let's try to find it real quick. It's one of the buildings showed up. Yeah, that part, so beautiful, man. Okay, now let me just first off say, my surprise to seeing that part with that riot or protest with the police, lined up. It's not that I don't want to see that. I just knew that this song had more meaning to it, and I think after that popped up, we're going to be seeing more of that pop up in this video. Maybe it's going to be some pretty hard to watch images. I'm not sure, but I was waiting for that to pop up in this song because I knew there was, before I read those two articles and I just read the lyrics, I knew we're going to see some kind of ironic thing that this song's about, So let's get into it, man. Let's go.
Let the wind blow right through your hair. We'll buy beer and some hope to share every day. 'Cause freedom is no
I'm so sorry to stop. If that's who I think it is, that is so cool. Hold on. That looks like Zach De La Rocha. I could be wrong, but if that's him, and the implications of why, if you guys don't know who that is, that's the singer of the band Rage Against the Machine. And hopefully you know what Rage Against the Machine stands for. What they've always stood for in their music. But that makes sense if that would be him and why he'd be in here. That, I can't believe, if that's him, that is so cool that Tears for Fears would even have a picture of him in the video like this. That is so cool. It has so much to do with the meaning of what this song's about, having him in this. Okay. Commentary on climate change, too. This video, man. Sorry I haven't said much. This video is so powerful now. Wow. Oh my gosh, man. I have so much to say about this one. Tears for Fears, no small thing. Excellent song. Beautiful song. Wow, the message that is contained within this song. Like I said, I'm going to have a lot to blab about. I'm sorry if you don't want to hear it. You can stop watching, I guess. But let's talk about the music first. That's what this channel is about. And, the point of this channel. The song was excellent. This was a very beautiful song. They got me again. Not only have I not really heard any Tears for Fears that's acoustic like this, but I thought of it as there's a cap to it. Like, okay, halfway through the song, I was like, oh, they're adding in percussion. That's kind of cool. And then I didn't expect it again to come into this more rocking kind of phase of the song, man. The back half. So it was like that movie Inception. It's like they got me twice, man. They got me twice on what not to expect. And that was awesome. This is one of the most different Tears for Fears songs I've ever heard, man. And I didn't expect the end to get as different from, straying from just the acoustic as I expected, The back half of this song, well, okay, so parts of this also remind me of later The Beatles songwriting. In fact, the back half of this song becoming musically, not even seeing the video, just listening to the song, becoming kind of dark, kind of reminds me of the back half of the Beatles song "A Day in the Life." If you guys are familiar with that song, it has this kind of twist in the music and the melodies too. The tone changes, and I kind of get that vibe in the this song as well. Now let's talk about the video and some of the lyrics and the theme, which, by the way, the music changing tone completely fits what we saw in the video, because what was the first half of this? This was like the fairy tale, and moving forward, I'm going to be referring to just America because that's my perspective, my point of view as an American that I can speak on, and also because they mention America in the lyrics as well. But yeah, we're seeing the American fairy tale in the beginning, cowboys, people playing with their kids, having fun, but what does this freedom, what cost comes with it, And I think that's what we're seeing in the back half of this. When it started to turn, I think is when it was showing like the rodeo scenes, which I don't know if you guys know this, but maybe you guys do. And this is, I'm sorry if this is common knowledge, but where's that shot? To make the bulls go nuts like this, they put, you can see it here. They put a clamp on their like testicles, man. They're in pain. That's not fun, That's why these bulls are going nuts. Now, is that what freedom is? You know what I mean? Like, is this what we consider freedom? I think that's where it starts to turn in the video, what we're seeing as the theme. And then not long after that, we start seeing, social unrest, war scenes, climate change. Let's talk about some of that. So, what I was saying earlier when I was like, I knew it. I just knew that we were going to see something pop up that's sarcastic or ironic. It's not because I wanted to sweep it under the rug and I don't want to acknowledge it. I'm happy they're acknowledging this stuff because, yes, we, at least as Americans, okay, there is a dark underbelly to the freedom that we say we have, and we see it every day. Why do we have social injustice? For multiple reasons: wealth gaps, wealth disparity, lobbyists, who runs the country, businesses, if they pay a politician enough, they're going to fight for that business. And I'm going to try not to get too in the weeds, okay? I'm sorry if I insult anyone, but racial injustice, that's another reason for our social issues. It's been around longer than I've been alive, before I was born, but I feel like in the last few years, the problem with the social injustice and racial injustice has been very acute, specifically to the last few years. I know why, but I'm going to try to not insult anyone and I won't get too in the weeds, but it's there. It's a problem. It's not just a problem in America either. It's a problem everywhere in the Western world. So, like I said, what does the freedom you saw in the first half come at the cost of? And that's what you see in the back half. This is the cost. Racial injustice, social injustice, war, climate change, which, man, seeing the shots of like the tornadoes and stuff. Hold on, let me try to. There's the shot I wanted to stop on. It's everywhere, and we're not doing things fast enough to change it, And I can't remember the last article I saw, but are we at the point where it's just too late now? I'm not sure, man. We always have to have bands like Tears for Fears remind us every few weeks or months, that this is a problem. And I wish it wasn't that way, but it is. Which, by the way, there was even shots of, I don't know what hurricane that was from, but as someone in Texas, I've had to go through 2 hurricanes, plenty of flooding scares, potential hurricanes hitting. It's not fun, man. I went through Hurricane Harvey. That was horrible, absolutely horrible. People lost their lives. People lost their homes, their vehicles, their personal property. What does the cost of that freedom in the beginning you see come at? And it's climate change, man. The freedom of having the ability to gas up your car and drive across country, that product is one of the causes of climate change. It still kills me that to this day there's people who deny its existence, and or they don't really deny the existence. They know it's real, but maybe they work for a company that benefits financially from a product that causes climate change. That could be it too. Sylvie, what you were saying at the beginning, or the comment that you wrote that I was reading in the beginning, you could see how this song could apply to war. Freedom comes at the price of a war. What's Russia doing right now? They're invading Ukraine. What are they? What's their reason for doing it? That they said, oh, it's for freedom. There's pockets of Ukraine who are oppressed by the Ukrainian government. Yes, this song is very applicable to the world right now. To not just the Russia war with Ukraine, but with everything I mentioned previously, social issues, climate change, everything. This song is a very important song for the time. And again, I don't want to keep getting too deep in the weeds, so I think I'm actually going to try to wrap up my thoughts on this. I completely support what this song is about and the message. And I like that it was kind of ironic about freedom too, freedom is not a small thing, man. The freedom that the fairy tale version of freedom, it's not a small thing. It comes at a cost. And beautiful songwriting, excellent that they wanted to tackle this much stuff. And I'm sure they had input on the music video. I love the message that they're trying to tell us in the song. But yeah, let me wrap this up. If I insulted anyone, I'm sorry. These are just my personal views of the world. But just a little glimpse into my head. I'm sorry that I went down this tangent. I had no idea I would. It's my reaction to the song. So, yeah, and this is a reaction channel. We're supposed to just listen to the music and maybe do a little commentary on the video. But I feel like I would be doing a disservice of doing a reaction to this song and just being like, yo, the song's great, man. All right, thanks. See you in the next one. No, because the art form of making music and making a music video set to a song, Roland and Kurt and the rest of the band intended for this to be the product. So I want to acknowledge the product. I don't want to just give you all due respect, a bullshit reaction and, not mention the social issues they're tackling in the song. So while I am sorry if I insulted someone, at the same time, I wasn't going to not bringing this stuff up either. If you guys feel like I missed the point on anything, let me know in the comments. If you feel like I said anything insulting, let me know what I said in the comments, and I'll address that. Yeah, this was an excellent song. Absolutely loved it. Let me go ahead and wrap this up. If you guys have any other Tears for Fears songs you want me to check out, let me know in the comments. Another thing I'll mention, I mentioned this in the first reaction I did to them, but I mentioned how I never thought I'd do a reaction to them because I'm familiar with their music. Let me just stress that I'm only familiar with the hits that were on the American radio. So there are plenty of their songs I have not heard. If you guys know of any songs that you think I might like that maybe weren't popular in America, then let me know. Because, yeah, there's a lot I haven't heard. If you haven't heard Tears for Fears, man, go check them out. If you made it this far into the video, thank you so much for sticking around, listening to me blab, listening to me bitch. I'm sorry again if I said anything insulting, but thank you guys for sticking around. Yeah, we'll see you guys in the next one.